Good evening, everyone. Is the Executive Planning Day. Today's discussion will unveil key insights into our business environment and the economic dynamics shaping it. We will cover macroeconomics trends, aggregate demand and supply, tariffs, and behavioral economics, all vital for DBS strategic planning and success. Next will be the table of content. Our session covers four main topics today: understanding the macroeconomic and the business cycles, aggregate demand and supply analysis, tariff and trade wars, and behavioral economic insights. Each segment highlights DBS opportunities and challenges. Now I'll talk about the macroeconomic and the business cycle. Key macroeconomic indicators we focus on include GDP, inflation, and unemployment. GDP measures economic outputs, inflation tracks price levels, and unemployment reflects labor market health. This matrix guides DBS strategy to anticipate market condition and risk. Next will be the insight to the business cycle. During expansion, GDP growth raises profits and spending, boosting demand for banking services while reducing unemployment. Conversely, recession causes contraction, lower inflation, and higher unemployment. Awareness of these phases help DBS balance growth with risk management. So, why this matters for DBS? Economic phases influence DBS profoundly. Expansion increase loan and investment demand, offering growth prospect. During recession, credit risk rise, reducing tighter lending policies. Inflation affect interest rates, impacting profitability. DBS must strategically align resource allocation with economic shift for resilience and growth. Next, we will talk about aggregate demand and aggregate supply analysis. For the short run, a tax rebate increases disposable income for households, boosting consumption and shifting aggregate demand rightwards. This leads to higher real GDP and price level, stimulating economic activity and job creation but creating inflation pressure. DBS benefits from higher demand for credit and investment services. For the long run effect, economic outputs depends on the structural factors like technology and labor force, not temporary rebates. Inflation remains higher, prompting potential monetary tightening and higher borrowing costs. DBS can benefit by focusing on digital banking and wealth management, less sensitive to the interest cycles. Now I will talk about the implication to DBS. Short-run growth means increased banking service demand, including loan and investment products, boosting fee and interest income. In the long run, tighter monetary policies may raise borrowing costs and reduce loan growth, necessitating strategic shift towards efficiency and wealth management. This is the two aggregate demand and supply model for the long run and the short run. Now I'll talk about the tariff and trade wars effects. This will be the demand and supply curve. Tariff tax import and reduce cross-border trade volume, shifting demand for trade finance leftwards. Equilibrium quantity and price for trade finance services fall, benefiting domestic producer but adversely impacting consumer, exporter, importers, and bank reliant on trade flows. So now I'll talk about the impact to DBS from tariffs. DBS may experience reduced revenue from declining volume in letter of credit, supply chain finance, and cross-border payments. Corporate face margin pressure and order cancellation, increasing non-performing loan risk. Enhanced client monitoring and risk management are crucial. Market volatility from trade tension boosts demand for hedging, creating short-term revenue gains. However, slower global growth requires DBS to stress test exposure, tighten client oversight, and intensify hedging, FX advisory, and working capital service offering. Next, I'll talk about the insights of behavioral economics. Customers and employers often rely on biases and emotion over pure rationality. DBS uses behavioral economics to design digital banking products that encourage beneficial behavior and build loyalty by addressing overconfidence, status, code bias, and framing effects. For example 1, small design nudge like default setting for savings account and automatic bill payments leverage behavior biases. Increasing regular savings and reduce late fees, this improves financial health and strengthen DBS deposit base and customer relationship. For the second example, we're reducing overconfidence in the investment decision. DBS mitigates client and staff overconfidence by providing clear risk disclosure and visualization tools showing potential loss alongside gains. This helps avoid excessive risk-taking born from optimism, protecting clients and enhancing DBS advisory reputation.